Whether you want to admit it or not, your music fucking sucks. Listen, Autotune is one of the most important effects that you need to learn. Without Autotune, you will never succeed with your music. And there's going to be another person who watches all the way through this fucking video and learns how to use Autotune, and he's going to steal your fucking success. This video is going to be the complete guide to learning how to make your Autotune sound good. If you're struggling with it sounding robotic, you're struggling with it sounding not like it's fitting over the beat, it sounds all wonky. In this video, I'm going to share you everything that you need to know. I wish I had this video 2 years ago when I was struggling to figure out what Autotune fucking does. So let's get into it. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to go through here on FL Studio and I'm going to record some raw vocals out so that you can hear my vocals with no Autotune. Then we're going to kick on the Autotune and I'm going to show you what the knobs do. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you the best settings that you can possibly use to make your vocals sound good.
You say you never know, but you know that I do it. She keep trying to tease, but she know that I do it. Left hand steering and the right on her head.
Okay, so here's what we want to do. We want to route all of these to an insert and then we're going to plop an Autotune down on it. I'm going to use my free preset that I have in my free community. First link in the description. Click the link in the fucking description. It is the very top link. Click it right fucking now. You're going to get this preset for completely free. I'm not gatekeeping anything. You literally get all this for free and I show you how to use it. What we need to do now is we need to just drag all of these down and then we're going to pop an Autotune on. Now, I always make sure to use Autotune Artist because Autotune Artist gives you no delay. So if you record with your Autotune, which I show you how to in the free community, if you want to, you can do it without any delay on your vocals. So make sure you use Autotune Artist. There's no reason not to. Now, what do we want to do? The way that Autotune works is it essentially brings our vocals onto the key and scale of the beat so that they aren't clashing with each other. What we need to do to find the key and the scale of the beat is we need to put on an auto key onto our master and then we need to just play it out. So just like this. And make sure that we get rid of the vocals too. Now this is going to tell us what the key and the scale is. D minor, and then make sure you remember this A equals because we want to tweak that too. So mine is already at 440, which is what it is by default, but if this was something different, make sure that you fucking change it. So we want to change it to whatever it told us. And now we're going to listen with the retune speed at 0, the flex tune at 0, humanize at 0, and natural vibrato. Now you're probably thinking that this means that you get no auto-tune, but it's actually the opposite way around. This means that you're fully auto-tuned and you're not going to be off key whatsoever. So let's take a listen to what this sounds like. Just so you know, it's going to sound very robotic and I'm going to show you how to fix that.
You say you never know, but you know that I do it. She keep trying to tease, but she know that I do it. Left hand steering the right on the gun. I ain't trying to hear when you say I'm the one. You say you with me, you ain't linked up. You can go and do that with another man, easy.
Okay, so now if we're listening to that, it doesn't really sound too good. So now what we need to do is we need to tweak our auto-tune. So I'm going to show you what all these knobs do, how you should tweak them on your own, and then I'm going to give you the perfect settings to use. So retune speed is just essentially how fast it's auto-tuning you. If this is at 0, it's going to instantly put you on key, and if this is at something like 5, it's gonna slowly put you on key. It's not gonna do it instantly, but it's not gonna take forever. If it's at 5, it's just gonna do it a little bit slower so it sounds more natural and you're just not instantly right on key. And then what flex tune does is this allows us, this is the knob that you want to use if you want to get rid of the roboticness in your vocals, because this is the knob that allows you to not always be on key. So retune speed is just how fast it's putting you on key, but you're always going to be on key. Flex tune is allowing you more leeway in your vocals to actually be off key, and it sounds like it's a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing if you don't want to sound robotic. Now the way that this knob works is it's 0 to 100. So I'm going to show you in the piano roll. So if you're supposed to sing right here but you accidentally sing this note, that's 100 cents off. So this right here to this right here to this right here to this right here, they're all 100 cents away from each other. This is a sense knob to tell it when to bypass the autotune essentially. So if this is at 50 and you are supposed to sing right here but you sing 50% above the C note close to C sharp, then if you hit 51 cents, so like 51% over, then it's going to kick you down and it's going to auto-tune you to where you're supposed to be. And then if this was at 100, for example, it would let you be a full key off. So don't do that because that's dangerous. A knob that allows you to be a certain percentage of a note off. I don't touch the humanize knob. I've always found that it makes me sound not good. It makes me seem off key, but what I'm pretty sure that it does is it gets rid of when you have a higher retune speed like this, it kind of gets rid of that roboticness in in the sound a little bit more other than FlexTune. It's just like it changes the sound of what the Autotune sounds like. I don't know how to explain it because I don't really know what it does, but I have been making music for 6 years of my life and I've never had to use this because these two knobs are the most important in my opinion. Natural vibrato, never touch it. It's not really necessary unless you are a crazy good singer, so you don't have to worry about that. So what settings are the best? Well, the first thing that you need to make sure is that your vocal isn't too fucking off. If it's too off, then you really just have to re-record the vocal. So a lot of these vocals that I did this one take with, they're not perfectly on. So right here, for example, like this right here was so off key that it's not salvageable. We have to just delete this vocal and I have to redo it. The best settings that you can use if your vocals are good, I would say if you're new to music, keep your retune speed at 0. The reason I say this is because this can run the risk of getting you a little off key if you're not good at singing, and some people who are new to making music can't really tell what notes they're even supposed to be singing at, so fucking be careful if you decide to turn this up. However, if you don't want to sound robotic, this is the knob that you would probably want to use more so than FlexTune. That was a crazy voice crack. I want to kill myself. This retune speed knob is just kind of how you don't sound robotic. It slows the auto-tune down and it makes it less crazy. But like I said, if you are new, keep it at 0 just until you get a little bit better at detecting the pitch in your head and you can like match the notes with your voice. If you're a little bit older and advanced, I would say anywhere from 6 to 0 is just a good range. I don't really go above 6 because it just seems like that's when the auto-tune isn't doing its job anymore, but that might just be because my vocals are not the best, so just play around with it and see what works for you. Now for FlexTune, this really depends on how little auto-tune you want. So some people actually prefer the sound of auto-tune, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you like, then that's completely fine, but you really do have to figure out what you yourself want. So if you want more auto-tune sounding and you want to make sure that you sound on key and that's the sound you're going for, you could put this down to 15 to 30 and you're going to hear more auto-tune come through the vocals, but that might be what you're going for. Versus you could put it up to 45 all the way up to 65 and now your vocals are going to sound way less robotic and there's barely going to be any audible auto-tune when someone listens back, but you do run the risk of it kind of being a little bit off key, but it's not actually going to like ruin the sound off key. It's just like if your vocal ends up not being on key, you run more of a risk of it just not sounding good is basically what it is. This is all you need to know about making auto-tune. My purpose on this fucking earth is to help people like you who are struggling at music, because I was in your position at one point and I want to give you everything that you need for free. So go right now and click in that description, the first fucking link in the description. Go click it right now. Love you.